I any man to be a ruler over my people Israel, but I have chosen Jerusalem that my name might be there, and I have chosen David to be over my people Israel. So Jerusalem is our land. Jerusalem belongs to us. It doesn't belong to those Israelis over there. It doesn't belong to any of the heathen. It belongs to the 12 tribes of Israel. And at that, he went another step and said he has chosen David to be king over his people. And who was David king over? The Israelites. So that doesn't include all these other nations. He's only talking about the nation of Israel. That's who the Most High is dealing with. Period.
I have to leave work early.
Alright, Jeremiah 51:19. The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. Lord of hosts is his name. So Israel, we're the former of all things. First of all, everything that people got nowadays more than likely goes back to a so-called black man. Like, for example, the traffic light, the cotton gin. We've invented so many things, but we weren't able to profit off that because it goes back to the curses, you know? We weren't put here to make it in this society and be wealthy and be rich and live a wonderful life, because this was the land we were brought over here to serve captivity. Hence, why we came over here in slave ships. We didn't come over here in cruise ships or anything like that. Yeah. So usually you go on a cruise ship, you're going to have a good time. We came over here in chains, packed like sardines, you know, to come do the work for free for the so-called white man, you know. And after being here for as long as our people has been here, we're still at the bottom, living in the worst neighborhoods, and we contribute the most to society, you know. That again. For he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord of hosts is his name. So the rod, you know, we're the rod of the Most High's inheritance. We're his people, you know, and he's our power. So, and that doesn't apply to any other people on the planet, no matter how much they wanted to. It's not going to apply to them. Huh? Alright, 2nd Ezra 6:54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, and of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. So everybody on the planet come from Adam. Yes, Noah was a son of Adam also. And then after the flood, everybody was killed except Noah, his 3 sons, and their 4 wives. So everybody comes from Noah also, you know. So again, that's a true statement. And after these, Adam also, whom the made of Lord over all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. And we already read that the chosen people of the Most High is the 12 tribes of Israel, right? So that's who the chosen people, the people whom he has chosen, that's who he's talking about, the Israelites. He's not talking about the Moabites, the Hamites, or any of those people. He's not talking about those people. Those people are not his chosen. Alright, all this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou hast made the world for our sakes. So this world is made for the Israelites' sake, not for all these other people. All these other people right now, they're being able to do whatever they want, marry whoever they want, do all types of abominations, and it would seem like they don't get punished for it. You know, so they have the freedom and the liberty to do the things they want to do at this moment in time. As for the other people which also came of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing. So if you're not an Israelite to the Most High, you're nothing. You know, that's how he feels about you. If you're not an Israelite, you're nothing. So that lets you know how the Most High feels about all these other nations. But be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. So he's like, the abundance of y'all is like a drop that falls from a vessel. So all of y'all are worth less than a drop of water that falls from a bucket. You know? So if an Israelite was to slaughter 1,000,000 Edomites, you know, Most High don't even consider that a big tragedy. It's not, because y'all aren't worth anything. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen which have ever been reputed as nothing have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. So he calls these other nations that aren't Israelites heathen, you know, and that's exactly what they are. They're heathens. They do heathenistic things, and our people take that and they incorporate that in their life, like eating raw bloody meat, or eating swine, or committing adultery, and all these other things, and all these other filthy things that people do today, and they don't consider it being wicked. You know, our people, that's something that the heathen do, that they shouldn't even be doing anyway, but that's something that the heathen does. And then they rule over. So that goes to show you that the people in power right now, they're definitely not Israelites, and they're ruling over the Israelites. So out of all the people on the planet, who is being ruled over the most? That's the Negroes, Latinos, and North American Indians. Isaiah 45:17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. You shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. So only according to the scriptures, which is the true word of the Most High, the Israelites have been are the ones that's going to have everlasting salvation. Not everybody. These people, these wicked people, believe that they can do whatever they want in this life. Then when they die, they're going to live beautifully in the kingdom of heaven, in the spiritual world forever. And that's just how it is, you know. But at the same time, they believe that if you do bad or whatever, then you can go to hell and burn. But that's not the case. But yet, although they believe in hell, they constantly do the wicked things that they do. You know, because they've been taught that, oh, God is merciful, right? Which He is. But they think that they can do whatever they want, and all they got to do is ask for forgiveness, and everything will be forgiven. But that's not the case. You can't just live your whole life wicked, knowing and keeping it in the back of your mind or whatever, like, well, when I'm ready to stop, I'm just gonna ask God to forgive me and everything will be okay. That's not how it works. Second Ezra 8:1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High has made this world for many, but the world to come for few. So this wicked world right here is made for many, because many are thriving just being wickedly. Many are doing it right now. You know, you got the righteous that's scarce in this place. You know, meaning there's very few. Then you have the wicked that's thriving and being fruitful, and not saying that the righteous aren't having children. I'm just saying the wicked, their fruits are multiplying. They're making more wicked people. Like you got rappers and musicians and all these other people that are famous in Hollywood. They got fans that incorporate how they live their life into their life. So they're a fruit of these people they see on TV, these idols, you know. But very few people are trying to do the right thing. A lot of people don't even know what the right thing is, you know, because they've been brainwashed into thinking that the right thing is what mainstream says the right thing is, but it's not. Second Ezra 8:3. There will be many created, but few shall be saved. You know, a lot of people call themselves being baptized in water and so on, but that doesn't mean you're going to be saved. The scriptures say, he that endureth to the end shall be saved. You know? So, just because you got dipped in some water, and you call yourself born again Christian, and then you call yourself being a nice person, doesn't mean you're going to be saved. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that fit that criteria, and they're still considering and still eating pork, shellfish, or you know, don't even know the name of the Most High and His Son. You know, just living obliviously. You know, unaware of the things that's coming. Just thinking everything is gonna be ice creams and milkshakes when it's not. Let's see.
Left over there.
Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. So there's going to come a time where the Most High is going to get rid of 2 parts of Israel, which is the 2/3 of Israel, and they're gonna have to die, you know, because they're living their life right now. Scriptures say, "He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that lose his life shall find it." You know, and when you come to serve the Lord, you lose your life because you giving it to the Most High to do the work of Him. You know, whether it's just you come out on Saturday, you do some sit-down videos, putting together scriptures. You know, you stand in the Spirit. But for these people, they found their life. You know, they shop, they continue to do wickedly. They aren't searching to serve the Most High, so they got their life. You know, and so when that day comes, they're gonna lose it. When two parts gotta get cut off, they're gonna be on that list. You know, that list, them death angels gonna come through and just start taking people out through whatever means that the Most High see fit, whether it be a car crash, concentration camps, thermonuclear missiles. You know, and thermonuclear missiles, they're gonna be the KO hit. You know, a lot of these people right now that you see today, you know, may not be alive tomorrow or next week. You know, the same applies to us. We don't know if we're gonna be here tomorrow. You know, we don't know that. All we can do is try to make sure that we're doing what we need to do to make sure that, to limit the amount of reasons why the Most High will get rid of us or put us to death or whatever, you know? Because our righteousness is counted as filthy rags. And the scripture also says that the righteous shall scarcely be saved, you know? So for a lot of us, we may not even know that we're of the elect until you actually see them missiles coming and you see them chariots in the sky. A lot of people don't know they're of the elect until the very last minute.
Where are we gonna stand? Over here?
In verse 9, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and I will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my God. So the third part, He's going to try through the fire. You know, it could be little tries right now. He's just getting you ready. And then when them concentration camps come, when them stormtroopers come in, or whatever else is coming up next, the mark of the beast, when that stuff start coming, that's going to be part of that trial too. You know, you're going to be tested. You're either going to take it or you're not. You know, you're going to die in the Lord, or you're going to want to live, and you're going to just go along with what Esau wants you to do because you fear. You know, because you fear him instead of the Most High. You know, I mean, if they put you to death, then you just go into the spiritual world. You know, you ain't got to deal with this shit no more. But if you do take that chip, you got to deal with whatever the Most High got planned for you next, and you got to deal with the shame, and you got to deal with whatever Esau planned on doing with you. You know, so the wise decision is fear the Most High. Don't fear man, because whatever man can do, the Most High can do an infinite amount worse. You know. Started Matthew 24. I'm gonna start at verse 38. From the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving into marriage, just like in today's time before the flood. But the flood of today is gonna be them thermonuclear missiles. You know, because the Most High said He's not gonna flood the earth again. That's why we got the rainbow. That's the promise He made. You know, so the flood that's coming this time is gonna be with fire, them thermonuclear missiles. You know? And just like in the days of Noah, people was